let's get into Team and Just Like That's reactions to the show ending. I say it's a cancellation. I say it's a humiliation. They say it was an elegant decision to quit while they were ahead. So Michael Patrick King issued the equivalent of a news dump. Well, I think HBO did it. The announcement came on Friday. That's a news dump. That's a person or an entity trying to make sure that it kind of disappears over the weekend when people are, especially in the summer, when everybody's otherwise occupied. You can go online and look at his self-serving announcement. It's not worth getting into. Next, over at New York Magazine, they went straight into outrage mode, and their caption to a piece by Rachel Handler, I have that right, or Handler, sorry, it's Handler, reads, on August 1st, 2025, in the middle of an innocent workday, HBO murdered, and just like that, without warning. This is beyond tasteless because here in New York City, a little more than 1 week ago, a lone gunman armed with a long rifle stormed into a powerhouse office complex in Midtown Manhattan and slaughtered 4 innocent people, including an off-duty police officer, and wounded another. Legacy media wonders why it's dying. This got through layers of editors. Are you kidding me? Okay, further proof it was a sudden cancellation. Nicole Ari Parker, who plays Lisa Todd Wexler, didn't post her regrets until 9:30 p.m. 9:31 p.m. I marked it. I took a screenshot, Eastern time, and a more prepared actress would have had that post ready to go. It would have all been synchronized and choreographed. Now, I would also like to take this opportunity to remind us, because the slavering mainstream media sure won't, always lapping at SJP's heels, of what a true mean girl she is and how shabbily and terribly she treated Kim Cattrall, not only during the show, during Sex and the City's initial run, but after the death of Kim's brother. And how her mean, misogynistic, star-fucking BFF Andy Cohen helped do her dirty work. And not for nothing, Andy had a cameo on this season of And Just Like That as Carrie's shop boy, which says it all. They're very literal over there. So let's watch Andy ask Sarah Jessica Parker on an older appearance on Watch What Happens Live, which, by the way, SJP was just on his show a few weeks ago promoting this season. And again, it did not have the sound, feel, tone, and tenor of a final season. She was in full glory. Watch Andy ask his best friend, SJP. They've talked about it a million times, and she even says, we talked about it a million times. Why is Kim so mad at you? Here we go.
What was your reaction to Kim Cattrall telling Piers Morgan that you were never friends, just colleagues?
Just heartbroken. I mean, that whole week, you and I spoke about it endlessly, because I was just, I don't know, I found it very upsetting, because that's not the way I recall our experience. So it's sad.
More mouth work.
I'm kind of, I don't know.
Okay, you can cut it there. You can cut it there. It's a bunch of bullshit like that. It's a bunch of like, I don't know what went on. I have no idea what went on. I think she's lying. She's not that great of an actress. She's lying. She knows exactly what she did. She knows exactly why Kim Cattrall hates her guts, and like, I don't recall our experience that way. That's pretty legalistic if you ask me. Now let's watch Andy ask Molly Shannon, who co-starred with Sarah Jessica Parker in Divorce. This was her HBO project post Sex and the City that was supposed to rebrand Sarah Jessica Parker as a dramatic actress. And she was just playing SJP, like medicated out of her mind. Like she's like Xanaxed out, getting a divorce. The show is a drag. She chased off, I believe SJP chased off Sharon Horgan, who is a far finer talent. Sharon Horgan, who is a writer, an actress, a comic. She is so talented, this woman. And I think she chased her off. And if you have any interest in her, watch Catastrophe, which I believe is on Amazon. Incredible show, so funny. And watch season 1 of Bad Sisters. The second season isn't so great, but watch those. I highly recommend them. So Andy then asks Molly, who has clearly been dispatched to carry the fetid water belonging to one SJP, why she thinks Kim is so mad at Sarah. Here we go.
My question is for Molly. What was going through your mind when Kim Cattrall started a feud with your divorced co-star, Sarah Jessica Parker?
That caller is a staged friend of Andy's.
No.
Just my
I think
opinion.
It's actually just done some press or something. I just think that I don't think that's the way to handle something. I think if you have something like that would be personal, you should deal with it personally. And Sarah Jessica's just the greatest.
Andy's smirking and laughing.
I didn't like it.
You know what the answer is, Molly? This is none of my business. None of my business. I work with this woman. She's not my friend. I don't know what's going on in Kim Cattrall's life. I don't know what their working relationship was like. Don't ask me. But she had to make her get that check. Make sure you get to stay on the show. Do Sarah Jessica's bidding. So pathetic. Now, the Nerve, we here at the Nerve would like to set the record unequivocally straight. Sarah Jessica Parker offered her unwanted, unbidden sympathies publicly on Kim's social media to make herself look like the better person. And this commenter at Vulture, a site I avidly read, under a post dated February 13th, 2018, couldn't have said it better when another commenter defended Sarah for simply just offering condolences and doing the right thing. This commenter says, except she didn't respond to an interviewer's question, meaning Sarah, in expressing her condolences. She posted them in public on Cattrall's social media after Cattrall had said late last year that she didn't consider Parker a friend. And that was after Parker had been on a social media campaign to blame Cattrall for the third movie not happening. That is what happened. And Cattrall herself addressed this intrusion on Instagram. And this comes from a New York Post report by Johnny Oleksinski. It's detailing how mean SJP and the other two women were to Kim. They froze her out of a group rental when they were filming in Atlantic City, among many other mean girl tactics. And here's what Kim had to say on Instagram. Quote, my mom today asked me, when will that at Sarah Jessica Parker, that hypocrite, leave you alone? She's talking to Sarah. Your continuous reaching out is a painful reminder of how cruel you really were then and now. Let me make this very, in all caps, clear. If I haven't already, you are not my friend. Stop exploiting our tragedy to restore your, quote, nice girl persona. And then Kim linked to the New York Post expose headlined, Inside the Mean Girls Culture That Destroyed Sex and the City. Now, before I get to our final evisceration of this corpse that, frankly, I cannot mutilate enough, let's turn to the social media posts of the cast. First, we go to the noxious Cynthia Nixon, who posted a 20-picture carousel. You would think she was leaving the White House. You would think she had just brokered a peace between Ukraine and Russia. This included images of the actress who played Che Diaz, but not one picture of Kim Cattrall, not one. Look at Cynthia Nixon's Instagram here, and I'm going to read one of my favorite comments. It's like you are acting like Kim Cattrall never existed. She was a huge part of your story, all caps huge. And even if you guys are having some kind of grudge, for her that is so disrespectful to act like she wasn't a part of this, and you need to thank her as well. Another comment, not posting a single pic of Kim is passive-aggressive times 1,000. Kristen Davis, again, her post is too boring to read, but check out the comments. One, love you, Kristen, but this show fucking sucks. Another, your friend Cynthia ruined it with her bullshit real-life ideologies. Truer words. Now, onto the New York Post, which they do iconic front pages, like they're pieces of art, I think. They made this cancellation the front of Saturday's paper. And if you're listening, the cover says, it blares, "They ruined sex!" exclamation point. Now, I love this cover, and my only issue with it is they used a cast photo of the original four, the original quartet, and I think they really should have digitally removed Kim Cattrall because she has nothing to atone for here. And we at the Nerve have put that right. We have redesigned the New York Post cover. It's the Nerve version, and Kim is absent as she should be. Now, per the Post report, this show was not only a colossal cultural embarrassment for a network like HBO, which prides itself on original, high-quality content. It's how they attract the talent they want. This show was hemorrhaging money, hemorrhaging. Here, a Hollywood veteran tells the Post, quote, "It does good, not great, and it's just too expensive with the actors, creator Michael Patrick King, and filming in New York City." And why are they filming in New York City? Because they barely use the city as a character. They could be filming in Toronto, truly. Now, this report says that when the series launched, and just like that in 2021, the three main cast members were making $1 million per episode or $10 million a season each for that garbage. Deadline reports that the season 3 premiere was watched by 429,000 households. That's down from a measly 463 in season 2, and I believe that accounts for a 3-day span of delayed viewing. What if you could delay your next 2 mortgage payments? That's right. Imagine putting those 2 payments in your pocket and finally getting a little breathing room. It's possible when you call American Financing today if you are feeling stretched by everyday expenses. Groceries, gas bills piling up, you are not alone. Most Americans are putting these expenses on credit cards, and there doesn't seem to be a way out in the near future. This is where American Financing can show you how to use your home's equity to pay off that debt. So call American Financing today before you get to a point where you can't make those payments anymore. Their salary-based mortgage consultants are helping homeowners just like you restructure their loans and consolidate debt, all without upfront fees. And their customers are saving an average of $800 a month. That's like a $10,000 a year raise. This is fast, it's simple, and it could save your budget this summer. So call now before it's too late. 866-885-1332. That's 866-885-1332, or visit americanfinancing.net/nerve.